Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Star Citizen. Episode number, I am not sure, still in my backlog. In fact, recording this on the 19th of November 2022. I've just finished editing day 5 of the Expo. And I've literally got the one more episode or two to edit. That I believe is the Idris tour. And then I have a couple of Orison things, and then, because I haven't done much in between, because I'm trying to get through his backlog and just in general life and stuff on the channel, we're here at IAE 2952 Expo itself, or whatever they want to call this one, the war at home. So let's go this way. And I'm going to cut to this stuff from 317.3 here. Because as I just stated, I haven't done much in between, but as I came to edit, I realised I did a little bit of Halloween stuff. Basically, me and SupernovaTiffy jumped on every day to look for them helmets. I was there just showing you one of them then. And I didn't really record much other than when I got a helmet here and there. And just a little bit. So I thought I'll put this in between and I can talk, but basically it's not enough for a full episode. And I really want to get the expo going anyway, so I thought, it's my only point 3, so if you can see there, I'm looking at how to sell stuff, and you can see there's one of the helmets I found. Actually, that particular helmet's a red one. I think I found that, and that's also one I had from the past, from one of the other events, so obviously I wouldn't get another one of them, because obviously, once 318 comes out, I believe, and that's SupernovaTiffy, she found that helmet. It's nothing to do with the event, but she really liked it, so I was just, she's like, record it, show me off, so I was going around showing what she's wearing. It's a real nice helmet, I really like that helmet. I hope I can find that at some point as well. Obviously, when 318 comes out, the wipe happens, that will be gone. It's not part of the event, but it's one of the ones we found while we were doing the event. Basically, I had to go to the outpost, look for loot boxes, find the red version that I already had from a past event. We both got them. The green version and the Van Duel one was also from a past event, but I didn't manage to get it in the past. As here, you can just see me just after I got one, just leaving the area a little bit. Also, I believe I kept this in, because you see me attempting to loot one of the boxes of the things you have to loot to find them. Hit the wrong button there. And I think that one already looted, or someone got there before me, because we hit multiple moons, like multiple days. SupernovaTiffy found hers before me, and also I wanted this footage kept in here because you get to see a bit of different environment, what I don't do as often. And there's SupernovaTiffy's Connie with the beautiful red paint she got. Again, but that was, again, I forget what it's called, like, you know, the year of the rat, the year of the dragon, whatever it was. That was she got for one of them. So you got to see that, and here's me just showing me the looting a little bit in a second once we get in here. And then we'll cut back to the expo, and then the rest of the episodes from my backlog are just expo and what I recorded on the day of the expos. So I won't even know during that expo or mention the fact that I'm doing what I'm doing now, because I wouldn't even know about it at the time. As you can see here, that's how you loot, basically. There's a couple of it. There's something like you hold shift and click it, and it goes straight across, but I didn't to work for us, we just have to keep dragging it. So we'll check it out, pulse out like this. And basically, part of the event is if you found, well, looted each helmet, at least once, you would get one attached to your account. So when 318 wipes everything, for example, that Van Duel helmet, not Van Duel one, sorry, I found that once, the red one, I found that 2 or 3, 4 times, or something stupid. It might show up in this in a minute, I don't know. But, because I went through picking these bits, cutting them out, and then I'm just talking on top of it now. There's someone's caterpillar as well, so that's quite a neat view, another reason I want to keep this in. But, basically, if you found, say, 5 of them, you would only have the one attached to your account. Stuff like that. So, I obviously needed the green one once, I need Van Duel once, just to make sure they're attached to my account, and so this is SupernovaTiffy, because we both had the red one from the past event. The Van Duel one from the past event was kill 50 players individually, what we never did. So we're rewarded this time round. And look at the lovely Connie red paint, that's beautiful. And obviously, at the time, I wasn't really showing off the paint, I was keeping an eye on the caterpillar player. You know, because he kept running out and trying to gun me down or something, or jump in the ship or something. But as you can see, the Connie's the red paint, like, I think it's the best paint for the Connie. But again, my favorite colour's red. Like, unfortunately for us colourblind people, don't see that's grey. They're like, why is that grey paint good? It's red paint. Red paint is my favourite colour. So SupernovaTiffy obviously had to get this on the site, and now it's attached to account, so every time there's a wipe, she can just reattach it to a ship. We're moving the stuff over. I think at this point in time, you don't see SupernovaTiffy. I'm going to jump to a thing in a minute and show some of the ships jumping to us leaving. She was in the turret, because we were looting together at certain places, but then with the caterpillars, I was like, you stay in the turret, make sure if they suddenly run out or come near the ship, keep an eye on them while I loot and vice versa. At this point, she might have already had her stuff, so we worked out that. I don't know what happened once. I'm just showing where we were traveling at that point before we cut away. But once, for some reason, when she looted something, and I came over, I couldn't loot it. So it's like, okay, you've got yours at this point. Well, I will show hers at the end, but you've got yours at this point. So I need to be the one looting everything, so nobody's just in the ship at that point. And her just come back to one of the stations to land and drop off some of our stuff. And I think there was one day I had to jump on when she wasn't with me. Again, I'm not sure exactly when I recorded these bits, because again, some days I didn't record anything. Because a few things did happen, unfortunately, we weren't recording. Like, we got blown out the sky at one point by somebody. A couple interactions with a few people. We won't record any of that. Because I thought we're just going to be jumping on for a few hours each day until we get these. It's just going to be a lot of built footage repeated, so it's not really any point. I didn't think there'd be much to show of it, but I'd recorded a little bit, and I thought I at least want to show the helmets on my character. So I'll put into a video on that, and I got her to do the same. You can see, it says me going through some of the loot that I got from that haul and looking at the stuff there. As you can see, some of the helmets already sitting there that I already got access to. So at this point in time, it's like I got. Again, I'm looking at my program. Moving on there. I'm looking at my editing program. It's small and blurred here, not as crisp as when you see it or when I played. I believe they're both red because the difference is the little red lights are on the mouthpiece or the little green lights. As you can see there, there's at least 4, and then scanning through I had then. Now we got in the car after we dropped the stuff off because we thought, you know, there's a big enough hole, but get back out there again. And again, I'm not sure what day this is. It's just second day, 6th day of doing this. Here's a bit later on. Here's where I got them all, so you can see that one's slightly different to them two underneath, and I'm pointing them there. One at the bottom. There should be a Vandu one. There's some more of them. There's a Vandu one. See, so I managed to get them all. As you can see from the red one though. What was it, about 5, 6? Going back in the video altogether on them. One I started the game with because of the first event, so that's roughly 4 or 5 we found. Found the Vandu ones, I think the green ones. Unless one's shown up twice there. It's hard to tell, like I said, being blurred for me right now. And that being so similar, other than a little bit green versus a little bit red, it's hard to really tell. Being so small and blurred. The Vandu one you can see quite easy there. And you can see all those helmets I got at that station. So we were out there for a long time looking for stuff. I think I'm adding some stuff here. I'm going to get this on mods because I looked at my inventory quite a bit. So you can see, so if the devs in 18 for some reason don't contribute to my account, they're right there. Look, proof. The minute you loot them, it should instantly flag your account for them to contribute to it. That is like some of the heads I found. And then obviously I'm just trying to equip myself here, but you can get a nice little view of a lot of the mining heads. I didn't buy any of them. They were all for looting. And there's me. Look, IVATOPIA, my account. That's what I was about. So obviously I can send them this clip of this video. Look, I've got the helmets. Tribute them if you haven't already. And SupernovaTiffy should get the same. I'll also put hers in the video in a minute. I think there's me again trying to show them off. Look, I'm making sure it's recorded. Look, they're right here. So how many there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Counted 8 then. Again, one of them might have been thingy. There's the Vandu one. And then some. Oh, yeah, I moved it then, didn't I? Because I had to move it. I think there was another 2 then. So yeah. So basically, the regular helmets, I got about 10 of them. I think one was at least green. The others, was it 9 were red? I started with 1, so I found 8 red helmets. Again, I'm going over them to show the names too. Again, that's blurred for me right now, so you would see the actual names of them then. Yeah, so there's me checking myself. Give myself a little bit of booster there. And I think we cut away, and I believe it's a little bit of SupernovaTiffy's footage, and we'll get back to the expo now. And obviously this is all, here's SupernovaTiffy. Oh, there's her helmet, as you can see, at the top. And there's the Vandu and the red and the green one. So, and she has 2 red ones there, because she found them pretty quick in comparison to me. I went through a ridiculous amount of red ones before I started finding them. She found them pretty quick, like something like day 2, she found them all. Whereas something like day 5 or 6 it took me. Anyway, with that being said, the rest you hear from now is what I said on the actual days of the expos, and hopefully I'll get through these backlog for you, and then I've got nothing recorded as of recording and editing this on the 2nd of December 2022. See you back to the expo, people. Okay, back. Had to cut away already. Basically, as you gathered, Priority has not come online. He's not been able to. SupernovaTiffy's worked today, and then she went for a nap for a couple of hours. Aurora went too, so I thought I could get this done, and she just literally woke up. SupernovaTiffy said she'll look after her, so hopefully she won't be crying or shouting through the wall. So, okay, where was I? I got to, like I said, day 1, he didn't come on, but it's Drake day 1 and Drake 2 is Origin, so I'm going to try and do both days today as quick as possible. I actually really like this design of the new one, the IAE 2952. The expo centre's this way. We're on Microtech, the new baggage. The War at Home. This is supposed to be run by, well, sponsored by Drake. So I guess round 2, really. As you can see, I'm ready for my Mist stuff. Even though it's not Mist Day. You can see, we've got the setup here, so like normal, we'll go through everything we can. And then focus on the ships and everything after that. We have a couple of new ships this year. Obviously, when you're watching this, more likely it's going to be in January or in February of 2023. So these ships have already been concepts to you buy it during the day I told you we started today is, for example. And more likely they might even be out, or they may not even be out yet, or they may come up again for concept before they come out. But anyway, we've got 2 for Drake. I guess technically 1. We have the Corsair, what I believe was it the expo we just did. Well, again, I'm in the middle of editing, as I said earlier. I think it either came out then or even a year earlier. But it's obviously going to be flight ready. I don't believe yet. I think 318. This episode, well, it's not episode. This is alpha, pre-alpha 3.17.4. So we're in 3.17.4 now. And I believe 3.18, what should be the next patch, supposed to be delayed to December as far as I know, this will be flyable then. It might even be flyable for this, because I believe in the PTU people testing it, so I'm not 100% sure. Well, if it's not flyable now, it's flyable December, so I'm running, like I said, with November the 19th at the moment. So there's not that long to go if it isn't now, but probably is. But when you see this on the channel, this thing should 100% be flyable at that point. Obviously, this is the Connie competitor, basically, but Drake's form. As you can see, a little cheeky thing by Drake shooting at a Connie. Apparently there's a lot of firepower at the front of this baby. But we'll go in, there should be one inside, we'll go in. Okay, so of course we got Aegis, Dynamics, your merchandise, that's basically the equivalent of what I'm wearing here, because it's for MISC, but MISC's obviously. There'll be a later day. RSI. We got Anvil stuff there. And Ergo. They got RSI stuff. And this looks cool. The new red shirt. Oh, that's nice. I want one of them. Let me get one of them. Nice. We might have to swap the shirt to that. Oh, yeah, red will go nice with this. Was there a black one too, or just a red? I still want the red one overall. I guess it'd be easy to go for custom. Sheds. Take the headgear off. Where is it? It should be at the bottom, shouldn't it? There we go. Did it go on? I'm going to take this one off. Oh wait. Where'd it go? Where'd everyone go? Where'd it go? Did I drop it? I don't know, it disappeared. Well, I'll buy another one then, it's not like it costs much. This is how they get you in these shops, don't you? Make one disappear on you, so you buy a second one. There we go, now that's nice. Oh, look at that. Hope they made that permanent or give us option to buy one to add it permanently to account. It's nice. Is there a black one there? T-shirt red. It's not up there, black. Take one of them. A 318, I believe, is going to have a wipe anyway, so... Okay. Oh, there's a hat somewhere. Where's a hat? Okay, what's this? The war at home. I don't know if these are different, so we'll read some of these. Some years I do, some years I don't, so it's the same. While the brave forces of UEE work diligently to protect all of us from Empire-level threats, there are still ever-present dangers lurking closer to home. Millions of innocent people across every system find themselves in a daily struggle for their very lives against a surge of crime at a level unprecedented in the history of humanity, considered trivial by some compared to the Empire's war against the Vandul. This growing wave of violence has remained unchecked far too long, with the recent hideous heinous actions of the criminal gangs like the Ninetales and Xenofret. Drake Interplanetary has partnered with the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo to bring attention to this ongoing struggle and to provide you with the resources you need to claim your strength and protect what's yours. Together and armed with the right ships and equipment, we can take the power back, people, and win this war. There wasn't people in there, but for the added dramatics. Okay, nice. So yeah, they're all in your facey for that. Oh, there's more. So more shirt hats. I don't mind if I buy one for me. I'll get each color because I wanted to. Yeah, I'll keep the miss hat on. Screw it. Okay. Any more science to read? Because there's the list we'll be going down in a minute. Like I said, the other days we'll be skipping all this stuff because we've done it. Is that the same as over there? The war at home? Why the brave force of UE? We can take. Yeah, it's the same as the other side. You have Drake, of course, for Drake Day itself. More the IAEs, Outlanders, Origins. It's their day 2 technically now. Technically they stay for 2 days, so we got Drake Day 1, and then the other area is taken up by the next one, what's Day 2 right now. It's Origins, so I will be doing both today. Hopefully I can fit it within an hour, even going through this other stuff. There's Crusader, and make this one episode, but we'll see. Misk, of course, as you saw me wearing that, and I believe... Anything else over there? Is there anything that poster is different? Oh, here's the actual proper new ship, that's the Cutter. So they should have one of them there. This is a new starter ship. Basically, it's slight. That depends on the way you look at it. It's slightly bigger than all the other starships, and when I say starships, I'm talking about like the Aurora, the Mustangs. Is it the 100 series of starters too? Mystica's got their own starter. I actually own the news van of that. I can't think of the name of my head. Obviously, the Avenger is not classed as a starter. That's like a advanced starter. A lot of people class it as a starter, but I don't think that's considered as a proper starter. It's like the slightly upgraded up starter, isn't it? So in comparison, this has got more space. It's got quite a lot of guns. What's good? It's got a toilet for a Drake. So that's incredible. It's got a bloody toilet in it for a Drake, and it's got 3 compartments. Which is pretty neat. It does a little of everything. But they said it's quite fast, straight. But apparently, its little thrusters means it can't turn very well. Again, that should be in there hopefully, so we can have a look in it. Hopefully, unless there's a concept blue image of it. So this is where we come to the expo. So let's head down, and we'll go around the edges like normal to see all the outside stuff, then we'll focus on the ships. Oh, wrong lift. I don't want to go down that lift. There's the lift I want. Ah, here we go. So as you can have a quick look here. Baseball Hall, 1819 is Drake. How's it working? It goes 9, yeah, here. So day 1, it's like this, isn't it? But basically, the Xavi Hall, we've got Orange Jump Works. Ages Germanic 2021. Then we've got Epico, Galactic, Banyu, and Esperance. That's Alien Week, Alien Day, not week. Sorry, Alien Day. Anvil Aerospace. We got Argo, Greycat, Kruger, and Costland Outland. I don't know what you class them as together. The working horses, I guess. Crusader, Tumberland Land Spit Systems. Misk, obviously one of the best manufacturers. Robert Space Industry, RSI, and of course Best in Show. What this year's, if I'm not mistaken, the Best in Show was the Carrack, the Mercury. The Pisces, what comes with the Carrack, and the, I think it's the, is it the Scorpion? No, am I remembering right? Scorpius. It's the one what reminds you of Star Wars, like the Rebels fighter. That one, I think it's Scorpius. Okay, so we should do day 1 first. What's Drake? So that's the expo. And just work away now. Oh no, it's not expo, it's Apex. Apex, sorry. Why am I expo? Of course, the outside stuff where they got the weapons and stuff we'll go through once, like I've already stated, once or twice already. But they will be the same in every hall, so we'll only do it once. So I don't need to go through it on Drake Day, and then follow on Origin. We'll just do it on Drake Day. Well, I guess technically it's Origin Day, it's Day 2, isn't it? I was hoping like Piratu could come on, but he's not been able to. So I've left this like the latest as possible to make sure I do get Drake Day in. I'm getting a bit of lag here, people. I can't wait. I say this every year, every expo. Even though there's 2 expos a year, so every one. Seriously, that didn't give me a finger. I can't wait until there's no lag and I can do smooth as butter. What? Resyncing? Okay, lag, maybe get out of here, it'll be okay. It's probably load everything up. There we go, go forward. Okay, we're here. Look at the floor a minute, load the floor. Let everything load up, let everything load up. Okay. As you can see, we're watching it backwards right now, but turn around that way again. Turn it around. Is seriously, I was about to read that to him. Today's feature manufacturer Drake. I basically think he was going to see the name. I was going to read it for you. Like I really like this layout. Look, because quickly. Apparently, if you log in every day, you get a form run badge. So I logged in yesterday very quickly. Just went up there with me and SupernovaTiffy's characters. But we didn't really look around. You know, I will confess, I had a very quick look, if you can even call it that, in the new Drake Corsair, and I mean very quick, because literally, for me, so I hope I don't do it today, every time I went up the ramp, I fell through the ramp, like 5-8 times, I couldn't get into the ship. I went to SupernovaTiffy's, whose lag was so much worse than me, she could get in the ship, but the lag was awful. So... Okay, what's these side bets? This is what the war, the power back. Yep, it's the same. So, oh, bloody hell, I just got blinded by greenness. Predators here somewhere. So, look, I really like how doing the stars with the red. It's beautiful. Obviously, for colourblind people, this is probably one of the worst ones. Here we go. Intergalactic Aerospace Expo 2952. Aerospace Expo. I keep saying Expo, don't I? Expo. Look, I really like how they've done this. I am wondering when I do get... I haven't looked at Origin at all. If Origin is going to have the same setup, or is it specifically because it's Drake? Okay, so what we got today. The Caterpillar. Corsairs, there they are. Hopefully I won't fall through the bloody bridge. And I can have a proper look, because I didn't really look too much for SupernovaTiffy because it was lagging too much. We got the Herald, the Buccaneer. There's a cutter. There it is, the new one, the Vulture. Cutlass Blue, that looks like the Cutty Room. Steel, red, black, and we have the Dragonflies, the Mules, and the Carrack. Release the Carrack. Okay, but first we want to go around the edges. Yeah, look at that. It's like asymmetry and stuff. Getting a bit of lag again, I apologise. Like I said, one of these years there'll be no lag. I'm hoping after 318. Maybe next year's stuff. Look at that, and the music's cool. So of course, as you can see, like Drake, it's grabbing me to rent now. I'm trying to look at this. So it's like, why is a Drake Caterpillar? It's over there. They got Shredder Repeater. You can see like some of the size of these guns that fit onto these ships. Incredible. Of course, you can rent all this stuff for free here. Oh, sorry, these you have to buy, I believe, but also the ships you can rent. I believe one for every 24 hours, or every ship once per account for 24 hours. So basically, if I rent the Caterpillar, I can't do it again later on. I believe that's the way it works. Let me see some more. Some cannons. Like, some of these are just incredible, aren't they? You can see like some of the size difference with some of the small ones. That's a scattered gun. A one, that's a one size. You can see like how small they are. And again, you can see a nice Caterpillar in the background there. Oh, speaking of Origin, SupernovaTiffy, for Christmas, one of the Christmas presents, managed to get her the 600i Explorer. So she's going to have that added to her fleet. Basically what we did, we upgraded a mule. We both bought 2 mules back when they came out. She upgraded that. That took, what, in dollars, I believe it was it $75 off it? Something like that. There was a special upgrade, what made it $75. Then she had a 20% discount thanks to subscribing for over a year. So she got it for like $320. versus Fall 7.5, what should be. And it's probably going to be her last big ship she ever gets. Other than earning it in game, obviously when the game's out. It's over there. Oh god, we want to do rooms after. So we're trying to focus on these first, but I kind of give you a nice look at the carpels we pass on. Oh, are these the coolest? Or are these just shield generators? I think these are shield generators, I think. Shield generator. Yep, that's right. Oop, wrong button. Shield generator, people. So again, you can see like some of the size of these. Like some of these, your character could probably pick up and walk around and fix stuff. You know, like that one. Eventually, I don't think they can right now. Where these, you're gonna need like a tractor beam or something to carry it. These, yeah, you're probably just gonna need to bring it back to the starport and fix it for you. Or well, fix it, put it in, replace it. It'd be nice if they had a little thing. Well, you like 5 or 6, you could grab each end and lift it. To me, to you, to me, to you, to me, to you. You know. Like the Chicka Brothers. Chicka Brothers, Chicka Brothers. Actually a good program when I was young watching that. Look at that. It's the one thing I don't like with this expos normally is when you try to highlight certain things, it ends up. It just did it out. There we go. The rent all over it. Yes, it makes it easy to rent, but when you're trying to get into doors and that, sometimes it kind of stops you getting into them. What are these? These are tiny. What are you? Frostar LA. What's this? What are you? Oh, here's the coolest, people. This is the coolest. I think I've seen the coolest before. God, they're tiny. Nice seat in here for the expo. Oh, here's the back end of one of the new Corsairs. We'll go in that in a minute, assuming it'll let me. I get fallen through that on mine yesterday. Like I said, we will be getting to that in a minute. We just want to get this extra bubble out of the way. So we're at 17 minutes, so we're still doing okay for time. See another back end and get to see the sides a bit more so. What are these? Are these coolers? This is a power plant. Okay, so this is the power plant. I keep hitting exit there. I apologise, people. So this power plant is what power everything on a ship. As you can see, there's some pretty darn small, pretty darn big ones. Actually, I think they need to move on to shields again. And I think we're getting back to the start of the thingy now. But see, the back end is pretty neat. Remember, this is supposed to be a Connie competitor, the Corsair is. Yeah, because I just want to go to Circle, because then we covered everything on the outside and we can get into the ships. Hopefully get into the ships, literally. Look at that, baby. I got a feeling these are like doubling, like that size the same as this side, so I'm going to run through this a bit more. Move it, move it, move it. And of course, you've got the other holes that open up when more ships that need it, and here we are at the back. Oh no, so we didn't really cover it. Like normal, they have a little hot dog. What's a hot dog? A hot dog. Oh my god, hot dog stand. A little drink and stuff. You can get some food, burritos. Do you sell any hot dogs? You don't seem to be selling hot dogs. Yeah. Not right now, thank you. Okay. So what's the best way of handling this? I guess we could go underneath. Do the smaller things first, new size, and then end with the Corsair. If I do it underneath first and do the side rooms, and then we'll end with the bigger ships in the middle. So let's go down, and I apologise if Aurora's getting on the mic. Her mum's supposed to be looking after her, so she should be shouting. While I get this done. So I keep hearing her, so I'm apologising on the mic. Okay, we have the dragonflies here. Again, this is a ground vehicle, what's technically also a space vehicle, like a little snub. You can fly this in space and fly it down to a planet you cannot take off from a planet with it. You need to put it in a ship to do that. In a lovely black version. And looks like this is one of the ones where the rent... Oh, there we go. Or at least the passenger seat. This is the passenger. I don't know if it's in yet, but eventually you'll be able to have one of your guns out and you'll be able to shoot from the back of this. And there's also, as you can see, little guns on the front. As you can see, the pilot seat that I was trying to click on. As I was saying, sometimes when it stops you, so I may not be able to, but at least you can get a nice Look at that. Okay, get off. I tried to get in the pilot seat the next one. Unless, oh, are these all? These are all blacks. Because there's yellow ones and there's also a kitty one. Hello Kitty one. Well, not Hello Kitty, but Space Kitty or something. It's the equivalent for Saucis, and yeah, I'm having trouble getting the front. Nice engines. As you can see, it hovers. The Space Kitty one, well, I believe you originally could get that if you got so many subscribers. When basically you give your code, it gives somebody 5,000 in-game credits when they sign up to the game, and when they buy a full package, it's like $45 or the equivalent of whatever it is in pound, euros, whatever. Then you get basically like it's not a sub. I'm using the wrong word. You basically add one added to your number. So if you have one, and then say a 2, it could give you like a free gun. Get so many, you get the dragonfly. So many get a gladius, stuff like that. I'm on blank what the actual number's called. The word is. I'm sorry. It's not subscribe. It doesn't subscribe to you. Referral. That's what I was looking for. Sorry, referral people. Oh, here's the mules. Because like I said, there's one thing people complain, oh, YouTubers, they're the ones who get 1,000 referrals, get all this and all that. And I'm like, I'm just on like 4. If that, and technically, I should have more. For the simple reason, I got SupernovaTiffy into the game before Referral Pro came in, so she doesn't count. I got Parachi into it before it came in, doesn't count. I got her sister and her husband a package, and they don't really play it, but they have a package. That's 4 I should have had. So the 3 or 4 I've got is basically making up for the 4 I would have had naturally if basically Referral was around the time when I got them into it. So I haven't really gained any extra from it. I've got a couple, like I said, they've kind of replaced the ones I should have had to begin with. So obviously it should be in the comments if you want to go to Star Citizen's website, RSI's website, Robert Space Industries, and sign up. Use my referral code. Get me up, it'd be great. And of course buy a package at some point, so it actually counts. Anyway, these are the mules. So obviously me and SupernovaTiffy bought 2 of these, 1 to keep each, and 1 to upgrade. She's upgraded hers, as I've already stated in this episode, to the 600i Explorer early today. I'm hoping I can get the Scorpius upgraded with mine, unless something else comes out was really good, but we'll see, we'll see. But as you can see, this one talking about the rent thing pops up, so sometimes you can't sit in it because of the rent. But this ship, I was going to say the ship. This ground vehicle, carrying a lot of ships, and then basically it's 1-seater as it says. And then the idea is you're able to be able to pick some boxes up, place them on these racks. So like delivery missions, or if you weren't leaving a planet for something. That's what this is for. Because I've not played much ever since, like I said, with my backlog and everything was going on this year. I have not actually used my mule yet. This was because it's not really been on the game that much, unfortunately. I'm hoping after we move house, finally, assuming January's not a lie, because they told us January last year, I should be able to play a lot more regularly after we're settled. And of course, 3.18 should be out, and the game should run smoother too. So that should also help. So I'm hoping next year I will play more regularly, like I used to, and that, and I'll be able to use stuff like this. Anyway, after mules. If you want to look at these quick, 6-wheel Drake. I was going to say drag for some reason. Drake Mule is a dependable workhorse for all sorts of loading and hauling jobs, whenever transporting cargo or over rough terrain or ferrying it onto larger vessels and cargo decks. The Mule sees, it's a little blurry, isn't it? Sees even the toughest contracts through to the end, plain and simple. And it's lagging, that's why. The load from the load properly. So we are on the bottom one, so we should just have the Carrack, or at least look at it in here. Or at least the Kraken, sorry. Why did I say Carrack? Kraken. Release the Kraken! See a nice hologram of it. Again, this ship, as you can see, the little pads is more of a carrier. I believe there's a kit or a more expensive version that turns this into a mobile, like shopping mall, if I'm not mistaken, to compete with like the merchantman ship. What's it say here specifically? It's probably just a regular one. The Carrack. Every time I say Carrack, when I look at this, just change it to Kraken, please. Kraken has been released. That means one thing: there's no putting it back. This attack carrier has changed the way militias operate forever, and when it comes to personal defense, there's one thing you never want to be: falling behind. A protector and a beacon of freedom in an often cruel universe, Drake Interplanetary has made this capital ship, class ship, available to all those tasked with safekeeping. Those unable to protect themselves, the Carrack? No! Why do I want to say Carrack? Kraken! The Kraken! I had a problem when I did this with Chris early in the year. I noticed when I was actually exporting them. I did some earlier. Is both a sanctuary and a self-contained war machine, ready to take on the most daunting adversaries. Okay, I'll have another quick look. Didn't even get like a... that's cool. I was going to say, even got a Carrack. Kraken! Even got a Kraken! Why is that so hard for me to say? Kraken. Even got a Kraken right there. That's cool. As you can see, this is obviously a multiplayer ship, obviously. Don't know how many, but a lot of players. And even if it wasn't a lot of players, just using, like I said, put a few Hornets on here, that's 3 Hornets on one side. That's 3 players minimum, just to fly the Hornets. And if you got the Super Hornets and you're manning them, that's 2 players. That's 6 people straight away. I think it's got the equal on the other side. I think. It's hard to tell from down here. They need like a lift thing to lift you up, or press a button that lowers it. But I feel players will be messing with it. But at least put like... maybe they should have the next expo hall or whatever. I've like, for these, like something back here where you can like go up a little ramp and look at it from the top as well as the side. So you have people looking down here like I'm doing, and then people looking from the top of it. But yeah. That's a cool little ship. Sorry. That's a very cool big ship. It's not a cool little ship, is it? Okay. The Dragonflies. Like I said, I got the pack of 2, so I have a black and a yellow. Basically used as a very, very dangerous snub. So yeah, you know, out in the open. Okay, we set the side doors, didn't we? Assume hall 4. And then we'll do the middle, then we'll look at Origin. I don't know, we're at 28 minutes now. I don't know if we're going to have time to get to Origin in this episode. I'm hoping I can get both of these days done today, but we'll see. Because 10 minutes are over, 20 minutes I like to keep it for this episode. If it goes too much, then we'll separate these when I go to edit. Okay, so this is the Cuddy section, basically. So we had the Cuddy Steel, what came out new. Again, I want to say last expo. So basically the one I'm just editing, what was done in April. Like, this is a good ship, but it has no... it's more specific, this ship, in a sense. Like, this ship is useless to me, it's useless to Paralysis, but... because, like I said, I play with Paralysis, I play with my wife, SupernovaTiffy, that's like 3 of us. As you can see, this is for a guild. Look, a cheap way for a guild to get around. Dropship 1, 2, 3. Not even counting that side. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Unless I miscounted, that means there's 18 seats. Unless I miscounted, that's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so that's 18 seats alone. And the idea is boots on the ground, etc. Or, of course, from this end, you know. And of course, this door from the side too, you can open. And they've also got extra firepower, so some of these people may want to stand up and use this, and maybe just to crew the ship does. Why did Marines sit there? Can I grab it? No, I can't. So it gets more firepower, but again, you need players to use it. So again, if it was just me and Paralysis, because he has a Cuddy, I could use this one, but then this one's sitting there doing nothing. Can I grab that one? Did I come up to grab that? No. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Is there one at the back? 5. So again, once you land, these are good. I got you covered. That's 5 players theoretically just staying in the ship. If you say all 18 of these are going out to fight. So that is, what was that? 19, 20, 21, 22, that's 23 players straight away that this ship theoretically can have. And that's not including 24 pilots, 25 for the co, and of course the turret. So 26 players theoretically could run this thing. Obviously, it's got 2 beds, so really it's supposed to probably have a pilot and then one guy jumping from the code to the turret. So we might take the number down a little bit, and maybe some of these are using this, but if they're not, that's still a lot of players. Let's see, open up. Let's run here. You know, as you see here, we have the gun racks, lockers, and again, I apologise. Supernova, if he's not keeping it quiet, I don't know what she's doing in there. Like I said, I thought they'd be watching something or something, and I really hope it's not getting the mic, but I think it is. I apologise. Again, once we moved, it should be easier because we're going to try and soundproof the room and stuff. So, and she can just play. Okay, F4. But here, in the steel. So it's a really nice ship. It's just, like I said, very more Pacific. So it's good for good guilds, organisations, whatever you want to class them as. For me personally, there's no room in my fleet for this thing. It's basically redundant for me personally. And even like priority, like, oh, should I upgrade to this for my cuddy? And we're like, nah. Unless you plan to go around with a lot of people, then if you're only going to play with me and SupernovaTiffy or the other person now and again, then no. Okay, then we have the red, which obviously is the ambulance version. And again, I need to look this up because I always get it mixed up. There's 3 tiers of medical beds. Tier 2 is the Carrick. The 600i is getting a rework. We'll have one too. And as you see here, and the tier 2 one lets you respawn. So if you die and you attach to it, you can spawn. I always get this mixed up. Tier 3 is the highest or tier 1 is the highest. This is whichever the lowest is. This is the lowest. What basically means, let for argument's sake, say tier 1's the lowest. So if tier 1's the lowest, tier 1 will cure any tier 1, what do you call it, tier 1 medical injuries on you. Where a Carrick bed will cure every tier 2 medical injuries. Tier 3 will cure every tier. And they're the best beds. They're the beds that are sitting in the planets. Tier 2s are sitting, I believe, in the stations, I think. And tier 1s is here. Okay, sorry about that. You probably heard on the mic, the roar was coming through the wall a lot more. And then I got a phone call from SupernovaTiffy from that room. I'm going to take her upstairs to try and stop her going off. And that's what I said. Once we moved, the room I'm going to have the computers in is at the side. Tiffy can access the whole house in a new place, and I can be in that room without interrupting me. Well, here, she's got to come out the bedroom and walk straight through and go up the stairs, walk bangs, and I said I can't wait till we move. Okay. Someone's joined us while we're here. So anyway, I think I got through what I was trying to say with the tears, because again, I kept hearing in the background and it was putting me off what I was saying. That's why I can repeat myself a couple of times and I apologise. Although I am focused more now. Okay. See you there, lock, closed door. No? Oh, there we go. So I guess this is where they would attach to another ship, you know, to board to get the person out. Look at the light on my face, boy. Very rude. Yeah, that's where they would attach it, wouldn't they? And you can see the beds for the crew. So this one's only really meant to be for like 2 crew members. And again, the 2 at the front. That's it. I think it's 1, really. It's 3, isn't it? Because you have the 2, the pilot, the co-pilot. They do not have a turret. The turret is taken up as a toilet. He has a Drake ship with a toilet. And it doesn't have the thingy to pull it out, but that's what's highlighting now. That's a toilet, and of course it's a shower, so you can clean up. But again, like Drake's, as you can say, again, they've got the similar stuff for other stuff. This is the extra beds for the crew. Bin bags to cover stuff up. So yeah, if you want, this is an ambulance. You want to get to somebody, you want to stabilise them before you get them back to the actual hospital. This is what you want. So if you're into all that medical gameplay, this is a fun ship, and basically, like I said, it does what it says on the tin. is an ambulance. Because some people are saying, oh no, this ship should have the spawning bed. Carrick shouldn't have a spawning bed. The 69 shouldn't have a spawning bed. To me, this shouldn't have the spawning bed. Because it's an ambulance. It gets your feet on the ground, gets the people in, stabilises them, gets them to the ships that have them. And the Carrick that deserves a spawning bed is Explorer. And same with the 698, the Explorer version. It's Explorer. You're supposed to be going off into the deep space, all these different systems. And can you imagine travelling like 5-6 hours to get into this thingy, and then your character instantly dies, and then usually waking back at new baggage while your character's still out there because your character get killed. You're like, fudge. Where obviously, if you're on the planet, you're in the Pisces, you die, you respawn back at the Carrick. That's fine. You can continue your adventure. But an ambulance ship isn't for that. This would be if people just use this as a very cheap spawn spot to park outside battles and just keep spawning. A Carrick is a big ship. People would see a Carrick coming in. Let's probably get a spawn bed in there. I should take that baby out. This thing could hide a lot easier. So yeah, I agree. Tier 2 should be spawning. Tier 3 should be spawning. Again, if I'm getting Tier 3 and 1 the right way around. Tier 1 being the worst, if that's correct, should not spawn. Tier 2 and 3 should. Because even with that, even with a Carrick, with a Tier 2 spawning bed, if I come back with a Tier 3 injury, I can't heal it in the Carrick. I can lessen it with the Tier 2 stuff, but there's a certain point where we're going to have to turn around, I'm going to die, etc. Because every time I come back, I'll come back at some point in the spawn 2, to Tier 2. Right now, you just come back fresh, but you will come back with Tier 2, and you will have leftover injuries. Like, even though I spawned in this bed, I had a Tier 3, again, Tier 3 being the worst injury. I've got a Tier 3 injury here, I can't get rid of it. And that's slowly going to start affecting me, my character's going to start limping more, my character's aim's going to be off. I need to go back to civilization, I need to find a Tier 3 bed at some point. So even with that situation, it allows you to be out there longer than a Tier 1 bed, but you can't be out there forever if you get hurt. Okay. Next we have the regular Drake. Actually, we've seen this on my channel quite a bit of late with Paralysis. This is the standard. You can see the open doors. See, you got the big doors, so there's a lot of difference to the red. This is basically because they don't have a toilet where you stick your butt out. Especially when you're quantum them. So you'd have the turret. Of course, the stuff. I'll use the turret this time. Because the front's basically the same. I'm not going to sit in every ship, it's just... And this way, you get a nice look at it. And there's the red. I kind of want to go that way. I got stuck. There's a bit of the red too. Like I said, look-wise. Putty look-wise, I love the red one better. And you get the blue over there. What's supposed to be the police ship dash bounty hunter ship. We'll go to that in a second. And that's the Cuddy's done. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get Origin this episode. Oh, we're at 40 minutes now. That's Origin is really quick. Of course, these are supposed to be very paper thin. But basically, they bolt things on. It does what it says on the tin, basically. The paper thin, but quite manoeuvrable for the size. And that's why a lot of pirates like them. There it is, the police bounty one. If I'm not mistaken, I believe so far currently in the game, this is the one that has the most bounty back end to it, I think. I'm trying to think with the Avenger, how many that has. Because I think the Avenger only has like 6, I could be wrong. But this one's actually 1, 2, 3, and the side by side. That's 6, that's 12. This can go out and bring 12 people back. You know, bounties. Plus we've got side doors like this. Again, more for the boarding. Same over there. The fronts are basically the same on them all. You know, it's got a bit of blue thing to it. Turret, beds. But yeah, if you're a bounty hunter and you love Drake, this is a ship for you. Okay, where's the front of this? There. So we have one more side room in the middle. And then we'll see where we are and go to Origin. And the next room will be the Vulture, Cutter, Herald and Buccaneer. You have left the channel. Name Drake Cuddled Blue. I think in the other expo they had the whole was it F11? Basically here. It's like this. It's a Stanton, isn't it? System. Oh, that's Crusader. Oh, they're all Crusaders, aren't they? Huh. Okay, the Ward Home. So there could be two sides. I'm kind of hoping this should come around to one, but we'll see in a sec. There's the Vulture. Plurality said he has pre-ordered one of these, so the concept version. I believe the ship comes out in 2018, so probably December, as long as there's no delays on it. He really likes to look at this one. This is for salvaging, but it's not in game yet. Like, I'm more into mining, but of course you have the multi-tool where you can do a little bit of salvaging, and you can actually use some of that to actually repair patches in your ship. You can see. Again, you can see the Drake language of massive knockoff engines. There's a ladder here. Can you use? Oh yes. I don't think you could use it before. It's like now you can. Nice. So someone can technically go up here, and you know, want to EV off if we're in space, to salvage a ship. You know, because it's for one player really, but obviously if you had a buddy or two with you, you're working together. As we got this here, to get inside the actual ship. I had the seat then, didn't I? Where'd it go? Can I get in the seat? There we go. You have to get in from behind for some reason. I think I was messing with the controls, whatever they're for. So here we go. As you look. There we go. So it feels very, what's the correct term? Very meaty and chunky. Well, you want one of these babies too, so that's neat. I think that really comes across. Okay, I'll go up in the back a little bit. Yeah. Scanners here locked. The bed for, because again, plus we one player ship. Power plant is where you can access your stuff coolers, whatever. We go down here to the inner workings of the ship, because obviously when you salvage the stuff, as you can see in the rear, I believe you use this stuff here and it crushes it, whatever, and I think it pops out here, and then you can place it or whatever, or fill the cargo up, so to speak. It's gonna be neat how this works when it comes out. Oh, that's cool. Hence the colour. Okay. Oh, just a helmet. The player. Speaking of cutter, here's the cutter. So this, I haven't seen this yet, other than like the posters and stuff on the website. Because this is a starship, so you've got some guns at the front. Looks quite nice. That's a cutter too, isn't it? I assume you can only get in from the cargo. That's the wings. So basically the cargo, I believe, it sits here. I think it's 4 SCU, I believe it takes. So this, I assume, is free, but obviously there's nothing stopping you placing something here. Even though it'll be blocking in the health hazard, but hey. Hello. Hey, it's Drake after all. Here you got a nice little bed. I think it's supposed to have a reading light. Or was that the Corsair? Does that work? No? What's this for? Oh, it's the inventory. Oh, okay, it opens up too, cool. There we go, reading light. There's a nice little reading light. And it actually has a sink and a toilet, I believe. Open, close, lock, light. Don't know what light turn on and off. I bet that's the toilet there. I think. Because that probably comes out. Oh yeah, here. Voila. Toilet. There we go. As you can see, it's a lot more spacious than the original starters, but at the same time, there's not much room for more than one player. Does a bit of a little of everything. Wow. Let me have a look at the seat. You see, got like bags just hanging around. So again, if you want to get into the game and you want to start a ship, maybe this one's your cup of tea. If you do, use my code. You have to put the code in when you're creating the account, not after. You can't like, oh, I bought stuff, now I had the code. You have to do it at the time. You get 5,000 UEC, I get 5,000 UEC. I get referral once you buy something in the game, as in, I think up to $45, basically when you buy a package, the minimum package, I get referral now. You've got a special VIP area in the game. I believe it's the only way to get in it now as well. Unless you put $15,000 in the game during the Kickstarter. Though I don't have access to it. Yeah, she's pretty nice. Got all the thingies there. The piping. It feels like when you're flying this, it's going to be very hot and steamy. All the wires, all that kind of feels like, but it's a train, so that's crap. That, you know, if you accidentally flick your foot, you pull a wire out and shut the ship down. Well, let's say they got all the bulky stuff and that, the screens, the LEDs and stuff. Oh, too. Well, there's the oxygen. Yep, there's a fan. Let's try and keep it cooler. What's this? I'm not sure what that does. I guess it's to access some of the innards of the ship. Okay, neat. So yeah, it's the cutter. And of course, technically, this only stops you with a small vehicle. Obviously, quite a small vehicle in. You ain't getting a tonkin', that's for sure. It's a cutter. Vulture. So just a side and then the middle to go. And Drake's done. And of course the Herald. You've seen this on my channel because I have one. This is a data running ship. It's very fast. It's basically like, imagine a dragster. Straight lines. Basically, again, very Drake. It's basically a rocket attached to a seat. And for the small ship, this has got one of my favourite interiors for a super small ship. If I can find it, it's one the size of the door. There's only one way in and out. Here we go. It's not going to let me in, is it? Because of the rent thing. Oh, wait, I thought it said open just. Ow. I want me to show you. I thought I saw it said open. Double click. No, but mobiGlass in it. I like you won't see it on my channel eventually because I have one of these. For me, it's going to double as a data running ship, as a racer as well when data run comes in. I also have a Mercury was doubling up as another bigger data runner ship, and of course cargo ship, etc. A vehicle carrier, a home. Yeah, I can't get in, but yeah, I actually like the interior. This is one of my favourite small ship interiors. Because I say it's my favourite interior, then the Mercury's got amazing interior, but it's huge. But this is small. It's really cool. I wish I could go in it now and show you. The rent thing. It's what I talk about, sometimes the rent just pops up. I kind of wish they would like highlight part of the ship and door area they would just leave it blank. But I won't be able to go in the rocket today for you. There's like a little toilet and stuff, a little data thing. It's really cool. And here's the Buccaneer, people. Again, does what it says in the tin. This is basically a fighter. Bare bones fighter as you can get. But packing, I think it has 6 weapons on it. With massive knockoff engines. And this is a pretty darn fast ship. Very nimble, but again, doesn't have much armour. The wings get knocked off quite easy, but at the same time, It can shred you if you're not paying attention to the thing. Pretty cool. Like I said, if I didn't already have a couple light fighters in my arsenal, this definitely would have been one of them, but my Gladius and my Saber already take that role, so I don't need, you know, 20 damn fighters, especially light ones. I've actually technically got 3. I've got 2 Gladius, got the pirate one. And the regular Gladius. I've yet to try the pirate one out yet. And that's my Saber, obviously. Yeah. Oh, hi, friend. I guess we can have one last attempt. Maybe get a look at the door, I doubt it. No. No, it's not going to let me in. Okay. Yeah, you can look at a past video or future videos probably have me in the Drake at some point. Especially when Data Runner comes into it. Mercury in the Drake. Mercury in the Drake, the Mercury in the Herald. Okay, 6, yeah, I probably should get a drink too before we leave. We just had the middle to do. What's the beautiful... Well, we had the Caterpillar. Was not... It's big, there's not too much to look around. And of course the brand new ship. The one what I really want to look at. And then it's Origin, but at this point we're 51 minutes, so I think Origin's going to be the next episode. I'm going to do it today, but it'll be the next episode. Here's a Caterpillar. Let's knock this baby out first. Again, there's a pirate version of this too. If you complete Pirate Swarm, you have the option to buy the pirate version. That's how I got my Pirate Gladius. This, at one point in the game, was the biggest ship in the game. Other ships have surpassed it since. It's supposed to have something like a working lift for these or something. I always forget what it is. I think it's underneath. I remember, I think when I was going through my thing, I think Propriety found it. That's just a trend. Maybe it's at the back. What's this one where he crashed in? There's one where he crashed and you got to know if he's upside down. It might have been this one. Okay, I can't remember how to get into it, and I think it's a lift. And it could be doing that glitchy thing with the whole rent thing too on me, couldn't it? There used to be, they had a thing where a blue thing pointed to the buttons or the doors, but that's not seemed to be showing up. Can't see it. I guess I'm gonna have a look in this one today. It sucks because last time I looked at it on the Expo, the Aerosmith, whatever you would call it, I think Priority found it for me. So, we need you here. There's one of those buttons. Like, if one of these was open, too, I could probably jump in the baby. It's not. Oh, actually. Oh, maybe. Can I? It goes lower. Fudge! It needs to be lower. I believe these are supposed to be turned into some kind of lifts at some point. Well, let's have a look. Basically, these are all like that, where you put your cargo here, you can walk on this, and the main part of the ship. It has a toilet in this one too. What's neat for Drake is, I believe it's this. No, is it that part? No, that's the end. It's this part, I think. There's a side part to it anyway, where you pilot from, and it doesn't do it yet, but it's supposed to detach, a bit like, you know, Star Trek with the saucer and stuff. I don't know if it's that. It could be. It might be. Or that might actually be the tractor beam. That's, again, doesn't work right now, but will eventually. There's a neat little ship. Sorry, big ship. Okay, I think this might be the actual flying pod. Yeah, I think this is the pod, sorry, this side. So this is where the pilot will sit. So, that's neat. Okay, now on to the last one, Listicle says. I guess that sped me up a little bit since I couldn't get inside. Hopefully we can get inside here. Oh my god, look at the missiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Wow, up the right wing. Look at them guns. That reminds me of like Star Wars. You know, going down the Death Star. You know, like the turret, like the trenches going off. Really give me Star Wars vibes, that part does. Again, the signature knockoff engines. Huge knockoff engines. Okay, please don't fall. They fell about here. Please. No! I want to look in the ship. No! That's really what it says, quite. Manufactured Drake interplanetary focus exploration. Heed the call of uncharted space and hardness to sprint. Spirit of exploration with the Drake Crusader. A worthy companion support you in battle, discover and delivery whatever the winds of adventure may steer you. We may not be able to look in, people. Jump! This is what it did yesterday. I got no clue why. What am I falling for it? Slow. He's struggling here. Wow. So a brand new ship, I can't even look in it for you people. That sucks. Maybe the others. There is 3 of them here. Maybe that's why I put 3. One works. Because I don't think it has any other way into the ship. I could be wrong. If it does, I need to look at the size in a minute. Yes! Okay. So it's just that one's messing up. Okay, so as you can see here, we can open, close, floodlights. What does that do? Ooh. On off room lights. Ah, here we go. Nice lighting. There's a fan going. Holy fudge, that's cool. Oh, I saw this thing on Reddit. Someone asked, could you volley over this? And also asked about putting a steel thing here. Because I guess for some protection from here if they're coming through the cargo. But at the same time, I kind of fear, I don't want too close to get to fall off. I feel that someone could come in here, like, slide! And then... Peekaboo, shoot, shoot! Peekaboo, shoot, shoot! You know. Peekaboo! So I don't think it should have a metal thing there. I think it would help boarders more than it would help you defend. Because at the end of the day, what's stopping you being here? Shoot, shoot! Shoot, shoot! Over this, and you're protected from the waist down. Well, you actually protect fully, aren't you? Because you go just poke your head out. But yeah. What's this do? Well, just like the logistics of the ship. Like I said, the language of the ship is really nice. Feels like it's going to fall apart on you, but what the Drake's supposed to, so. Guess this is engineering. Like I said, I just kind of ran through it with SupernovaTiffy. It was lagging like mad. This is kind of smooth as butter in comparison. So, I didn't really get to look at it. Can I open that? I guess at a later date. I assume this is where all the engineering stuff is. Can I turn it on? There we go. Okay, this. Oh wow, that's a lot better. Look at that. That's probably where the That makes it feel like, you know, that thing could blow up on you. That's pretty neat. It's working. That's cool. Okay, so we're at the side bit here. So I guess this is to dock or to board someone. And again, if someone's boarding through this. And having that steel there, that helps them there anyway, so I don't think it needs that. Oh, this way you get your suits, or your suits will be in. So it's got 2, 4, so I guess it's a full player ship, I'm assuming. Well, makes sense. Isn't it free to full play for Connie? And of course, as you can see, this is big enough back here, the cargo, to fit probably quite a few vehicles in. Obviously, it's too low for a Tonk, but other vehicles. And technically, you might be able to slide like a Merlin in here or something, maybe. And 50, I'm sure people are already trying it. Juno's stair work. Okay, this is where... Ah, okay. Oh, this is nice, because the Caterpillar has a table like this in it, so you actually have a table like this for to eat. Why is like garage room so you can sit there? Oh, yeah. There we go. I want my food! As you can see over there, it's also where the food is. Obviously quite a basic design, but it's Drake. You want fancy? Go to Origin. See the bags, the bed. Can I? Yeah. Oh, I can look from the outside. Since I'm sitting in the seat, why not? So you can see like the 4 knockoff guns. Supposed to have a lot of firepower for the pilot. Does it actually have any turrets for the others? I guess that side turret could be. It might be 2 side turrets. It doesn't have anything underneath it, does it? Looking at it. Looks like a hint of red to it. That's nice. It's a nice ship. If I didn't have my Carrack or my Mercury, then yeah, this will definitely be up my alley. Okay, where are we? So, like I said, these are the individual rooms. See his toothbrush, his toothpaste, and everything. What was that say? To buy, drink, to what? To out? To but? I'm not sure. You can see bags up there. Another little spare room, so you got their own individuals. Oh, and they got their own spacesuit here, so when they get up, that's cool. You'd think it being Drake, they would have some like a gun on the side. They could like, get up, grab them. Because at the end of the day, yes, Drake's not supposed to be pirates, but most pirates use them. And everyone knows that they don't advertise directly to pirates, but they're rarely advertising to pirates. Even though they say they don't. So I feel that's like a missed opportunity. You should have like just one here, just a handgun. Or a rifle, just something. They get out of bed. Who's here? You know. What's this? Is this the toilet? Oh god, why is it so smoky? Oh. Let's close it. I read in the question answers about this. They said that this split into 3 where the oxygen's is. So basically, this is classed the same section here. So in other words, you're in there going, you're stinking everybody out. There we go. Brush. Ah. There we go. Emergency supplies, first aid, radiation treatment rations. Why do you need radiation treatment rations in here? Is it because all like everything's like exposed? Is that supposed to be like that? Is that like black and it kind of looks a different colour? Unless that's a lot messed up. Well, that's supposed to be the toilet. I don't see the... It's highlighting, but I don't see the button to pull it down. Oh, I kind of want to see what the toilet looked like. And little the bin bags. Ay, caramba. Very Drake. Danger. Rapid decompression without proper protection where can lead to serious and sometimes fatal hazards. Warning, in emergency, these systems may shut down. Wow. We're under attack. Oxygen's cut. What's this? Oh, is this a lift to go outside? Okay, we'll try that last then. I believe that takes us outside. Okay, these are the 2 turrets. Well, technically Connie has 2 turrets, but there's up and down. These are on the side. I do feel the weekend of this is going to be underneath it then, and maybe the top of it. I think in front of it, you're screwed. And you got the side. Oh, don't let me turn it. Unless it doesn't have much turning because we're actually sitting here. It's pretty cool though. And the other one's obviously the other side, so we don't need to jump in that one. Oh, we can turn the lights on now. There we go. Oh, I have to get myself turned around. Oh, here we go. Here's the pilot and the co. Oh, so the captain's is up here. So the captain's up here, and the 2. So I guess it's supposed to be a 3-player ship then. I would say 4, really, wouldn't you, because of the co. Well, they're seating 3 players. There's 2 beds there, there's 1 bed here. But I guess technically me and Drake, while you fly, I sleep. Oh my god, look at that! That's Super Drake! Yeah, you attach the other screen. It's on the floor. It's on wires. Oh my god, it's got a little tiny fan! Like I said, it's like a hot submarine tank that's fallen apart, isn't it? All rolled into one, a Drake is. I caramba. I wonder if it actually works when you fly in the thing, because obviously, when the Xbox I won't be able to turn these screens on. Wing extender retract, what? Do anything? Anything happen? Again, it may not work because I'm in. Yeah, because we're here, once we're flying it probably would. But I wonder if it actually does anything. If it just sits there for, you know, the arty stuff. I feel like the old-fashioned keyboards. Really? Do you know them people who like make their own like sim pods or plane pod, whatever, space pod, what you want to call them? Drake's probably the easiest one to do, isn't it? Because you can literally put your keyboards, you know, and get your hot ass and stuff out. What was that? Enable what? Disabled coupled pilot. What was that? Oh, coupled flight. Sorry. G-safe. Proxy flight assist. How does the co-pilot see from back here though? Because to me, you're going to and you'd be like, this is the back of his head. The view's not very good, is it, for the co-pilot? Like, oh, what the? Oh my god, that's cool. I was thinking I'd be looking at the back of his head. Oh my god, that's cool. Well, wow. So where am I in the ship then? I went downwards. Oh, there! I thought that was just like a remote gun thing. Oh, that's cool. Obviously, if your ship words. If your ship shuts down, how the hell do you get out? If you got no power? But then it's Drake, so you're gonna be very dangerous, isn't it? It's a lot easier, safer than other ships to get out. That's cool. I like that, even though it's not very safe. Okay, let's check. Is there any extra in his apartment? No, other than it's closer to their stuff. So let's see what this lift does. So it's probably the other way into the ship. Oop. It's through here, wasn't it? Oh, it's shut. This is obviously the other way in. Oh my god, look at this! Going up? Oh god, I'm going up! Oh, so you can EVA with this! Oh, cool! To warmer! Well, that's a view with the Expo. Kinda glad I left this one to last. Yeah, we're 1 hour 8, so yeah, Origin's definitely next episode. We're going to put it on this one, aren't we? Hopefully I can do Origin within 30 minutes and get the following day in it too. Try and cut these down so not every day. You know, just basically do 10 days worth of this, so that's 10 weeks worth. That's cool, so you can look at the stuff up here. I really like the red paint. I also feel though that if that breaks down, you're kind of trapped. But then again, you could use the back end. So just take it to the middle, I'm assuming. That's where I was, right? So does this go down? It does. So is it going to take me out the ship, or is there another secret room I didn't know about? Oh no, out the ship. Nice. So here's a question: can I access that for the ramps that don't work? Or is the rent... Normally you would be able to with the call there, won't you? But the rent's probably going to stop it. That's cool though. Speaking of which, this the ramp wouldn't work. Let me see if I can on the other side quick. And then we are done for the Drake day. Would be... no. It'll be here, wouldn't it? Ah! No, 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 rent! Sugar! Well, apparently I've just read a corsair. For 2 days, I did not mean to do that. Okay, so traditionally you better use that, but it doesn't really help in this situation one bit. If that's making you fall through the back end. But anyway, yeah. We'll check the map really quickly, but I think we have covered everything. Reception, like, the ship I can get into. Oh, what does the thing say for Corsair? We didn't read it, did we? Very quick. We don't have one, right? Ah, there it is, there's one. Hello, friend. I didn't want to read that quick. Come in through. Excuse me. You're in the way. Okay, heed the call of uncharted space and enhance the spirit of exploration with the Drake Corsair, a worthy companion supporting you in battle, discovery and delivery, wherever the winds of the adventure may steer you. Oh, speaking of that, the cutter, you know, there's the starter ship. The cutter's supposed to have, I believe, better quantum fuel or fuel in it than, so it can go a bit further than the other starter ships. And only compared to starter ships, obviously explorer ships are bigger ships to go further, but in comparison to like the Auroras and stuff like that. Drake. Interplanetary. Oh, 49. I should get a drink before we go to the other one anyway. Look at that. The ward home. Guess you should grab something to eat too quick. But yeah, we're not too shy if you're running around this expo, doesn't it? Can I have myself I don't know, I'll go a quick buy. Take one of these, thank you. Oh, nice.
Feel free to take a look around.
I am. Where's your drinks? I'll take a bottle of water, thank you very much. Oh, lovely jubbly. Hey, come on, drink it. There we go. So that's Drake Day, day 1, people. Welcome to 2952. Have you ever been?
Nice to see you again.
I can't place you. Inspect. I won't let me place you down. Why can't I place you? Oh my god. Ammo? There. Still getting wild, I'm just gonna put in the bin, but screw it. I'll take a can. I think I just put me in my inventory. Give me a can!
Just had a few new items in.
But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this look, and next episode I will take a look at Origin. I'll head there now to do it. Hopefully, like I said, that'll be about roughly half the episode. I'll get the other day in, but we'll see. Because again, today I did have to squeeze in the outside bits as well. I don't normally do. That being said, like and subscribe and good stuff. And see you next time. I've been after. You've been your favorite watching. Bye everybody! Great, wonderful day! Woo! Here I go at the expo. Thank you for visiting. Woo! Is there a bin around here? I need a bin. I don't know. We'll find one next time. Bye everybody!